Hey, this is Ray Bango, and I'm here with Chris Williams. He's the organizer and promoter for JSConf, and we are actually at JSConf. And as you can tell, Chris is dressed like a pirate, which is the actual theme for the conference. So
Ray's trying not to laugh, but the whole pirate thing is awesome.
Well, and apart from that, the debauchery that's been going on has been insane between ScurvyConf and last night's Yahoo dinner.
Can we not use the word debauchery?
It's insane. It's
Debauchery is such a misappropriated word.
Chris, to be honest, you're probably putting on the single best JavaScript focused conference in the world right now. The people that have been here are the who's who, the best of the best, and the topics have been fantastic. What motivated you to kind of get JSConf going, and what do you see the differences between last year and this year?
Well, let me start with the first thing is that we just provide the space. The fact that you have some of the smartest minds sitting on couches talking about it, that's really what creates the energy and excitement of the conference. And I think that's something that some conferences forget, that the people there matter. So that was sort of the inspiration point coming back to that. My friend and I were having a beer one night as many crazy ideas happened, and we said, let's go to a JavaScript conference. And we looked around and there wasn't one. So I was like, screw it, let's make one. So after about 6 months of planning and prep and long fights with the wife, who's my co-curator, we came up with this idea of how we would change the general conference to something that I would want to go to myself. We try to focus on the little details that actually matter. Pardon my voice, I'm not normally sounding like this, it's just we've been shouting all day. We put power strips and power adapters at every table. We have wireless that never goes down and stays up, stays very fast throughout the entire conference. Having coffee drinks and Red Bull and everything available, and just really making it something that throughout the day there's always something to do and it's always exciting.
Right. The one thing that I definitely noticed as an attendee is that there's this homey feeling, this like level of intimacy that I haven't found in a lot of other conferences, where everybody's so approachable. Everybody just wants to talk to each other, and you can learn a lot just by the sidebar conversations. Is that and just looking at the Hacker Lounge, this is where we're actually recording in the Hacker Lounge, it seems like you've set up the environment specifically for that.
Right. We caught a lot of flack both last year and this year. And EU got a little bit of flack as well. Why don't you let more people in? Why don't you let more people in? And our view is, we keep it at the number we do, so that way you can have those intimate conversations over and over and over again. Not, you see one person and then you never see them again, as generally happens at bigger conferences. Because you get to run into the person multiple times, either at the social events, the day, the Hacker Lounge, in those sessions, it really builds a relationship that moves forward. That was fundamental to what we were trying to do. The goal here is to build a JavaScript community, because most times, or up until now, there hasn't really been a cohesive, everyone get together, everyone chat about something, about driving the technology forward, getting it into people's hands, doing amazing things. And this, really, we just, like I said, provide the space and try to keep everything great, and then let people have those discussions and carry it forward.
What were some of the lessons you learned from last year versus this year? Because I didn't get a chance to attend last year, but I heard it was fantastic. How did you live up to the expectations that you set last year? Because I heard it was an amazing, amazing conference.
Well, thanks for the compliment. And I got to go thank those people too, and pay them. We try to do it by keeping ourselves honest, as it were. Starting over essentially from scratch. We didn't carry any money between the conferences, and in fact donated it back. And we're this year doing a diversity drive to try to encourage ethnic and gender diversity in the computing sciences. And by doing that, we cut the previous conference and we start all over again. So for this year, we said, let's rally around some sort of focused event. The first year was the celebration of this actually happening. The second year has to be something different, something exciting. So I had a pirate outfit, and there we went. Programmers are naturally piratey, so it worked out well. We were able to do a lot of play on the theme. The first round of tickets, you had to hack the website in order to get in and get a ticket. Our April Fool's joke involved pirates. There's just a lot of cool things you can do with it, and you just turn the dial up to 12 and say, F it all, we're going with it. So it was kind of the fun part of that.
So, the one concern I had is that there was obviously you had some developers who weren't able to come on over from Europe because basically, there was the volcanic eruption in Iceland, and so, I did notice that you've had some trouble in terms of like photographers, videographers, things like that. I mean,
I don't want to talk about this.
Okay, I'm not sure what to say, but I guess my interview is done with Chris. So this is Ray from JSConf, and I'm not sure what to say.